Hello everyone, my name is Molly and today we are here to talk about Supernatural Season 13, Episode 3. So episode 3 was a very good episode. It was the return of Castiel, which we all were ready for. It was also the return of Missouri Mosley, which was anticipated for about 12 seasons now, I think. So it was a very exciting episode and one that a lot of people were looking forward to. It was also the episode where we got introduced to Patience, who we know will be featured on Wayward Daughters. It was a very, very exciting and revealing episode, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. Dean was still hurting my feels a little bit, but you know, he's gonna get past it. Everything's gonna be fine. Is anything ever fine on the show? So for those of you who haven't seen the episode, I'm gonna tell you to go watch it now, then come back and we can talk about it. Otherwise, goodbye non-spoilery people, enjoy the episode. So, we have much to discuss. So the episode opens and Dean is sitting on his bed with his headphones on, blasting music, and it pans down and there's like a bunch of beer bottles on the floor, and like, I know he's hurting so bad and it just hurts me that he's hurting that bad, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve to suffer, and I know he's sad because his husband is dead at the moment, but like, I feel so bad. We also get to watch Jack getting Kelly's message, which is pretty ironic because right before the episode I was thinking, Jack still hasn't gotten Kelly's message. Like, I wonder if we're ever gonna get to see that, and then it happened, and that was very exciting. I watched that scene and it was just like heart-wrenching. Like, I felt so bad for Jack because Jack was like crying and he just wants to meet his mom and he can't because he knows that he killed her, like indirectly. He didn't mean to, obviously, but like he still was responsible for her death, and it was just so heartbreaking. And like that message, I remember watching it when Kelly filmed that message and I was crying. So like watching Jack watch it, I was even more emotional, and I feel so bad for that kid. We finally get reintroduced to Missouri Mosley. That was very exciting. Dean comes up and he sees Jody, who I didn't know was in this episode, so I got really excited when I saw Kim. He goes over and hugs Jody, and then he goes over and hugs Missouri, and like Missouri right away is like, I'm sorry for your loss, and Dean's just like, and I was like, oh my god. But it was very exciting to get to see all of them together, and I think they were a really good team. I just love Missouri's relationship that she has with Dean. She's always like this motherly figure almost, where she's, there was one point where she's like, you hear me, Dean Winchester? And I was like, Missouri, we missed you. Back at the bunker, Sam is trying to get Jack to use his powers again. They're trying to develop the powers and it's not going well. So he like goes on this whole thing about how he's useless to them, and I was just like, you're obviously Cass's son, because that's exactly what Cass does. You're not useless. Everybody loves you. So you know what, Jack, you're not useless, so you need to just get that through your cute little head, because I can't deal with that. During the episode, we get reintroduced to Missouri Mosley, and then we have to say goodbye. Not even towards the end of the episode, like it just all of a sudden it happened, and it was really, really sad. I had a feeling it was coming, but I didn't want it to, and then it happened, and like it was the best death scene that Missouri could have had. She just shouldn't have died so soon. But there were a lot of good quotes going around. Missouri was like, my people gonna murder your ass, and then he's like, it would be more fun if you screamed, and she's like, well, tough. And I was like, it was a very Missouri way to go out, and like that scene felt a lot like her, so I was happy in that aspect, but very sad in the aspect that we literally saw her for 5 minutes. Like, her return was like this huge thing, and then we find out that like she's gone. So we meet Patience, who is Missouri's granddaughter, and like I said, going to be featured on Wayward Daughters. She seems pretty cool. It's gonna be very helpful to have a psychic on our team. I think Sam and Dean should befriend some psychics that they should keep around for a while, because that might be very helpful in the scheme of things. But Patience seems like a really cool character. I think she'll be fun to explore. I think she'll get along with the girls pretty well. So when we find out Missouri is dead, I hate that this is the way we found out, but Dean is in a gas station and he sees the news story that Missouri Mosley was found dead at this psychic shop, and you can tell right away he blames himself. I shouldn't have left her. I shouldn't have gone. I should be there with her. I should have died with her. It's just another person to add to the list. I know he blames himself, and it just hurts me so much because he's already blaming himself for Mom and Crowley and Kelly and Cass, and like, Missouri, why'd you have to die? This is not a good time. On a lighter note, we get a shot of Sam in the bunker and we see him reading this book and it turns out to be a parenting book and he's learning how to parent Jack, and I just thought that was hysterical. I mean, like, it makes a lot of sense, but I just also thought it was hysterical that Sam's like sitting there reading this parenting book on how to parent Satan's child. Jack has a whole talk with Sam, and Jack is very down on himself because Dean is so mad at him. Dean is convinced that Jack is evil, and that's getting to Jack. It really is, and you can see that, and I just feel so bad, and like he feels useless with these powers, and he tells Sam, he's like, what if I'm just evil? And Sam is like just such a good dad, and like it's so sweet, and he's just so nice to Jack, and he talks about his own experiences when he was Demon Sam. It was just a really sweet moment between the two of them, and I was really happy that we got to see that. So we end up going to Patience's house with her dad. They tell Patience to go pack a bag because, you know, we have to move, the Wraith is coming. And she takes forever to pack her bag. Like, if I knew a freaking Wraith was coming after me, I'm just throwing clothes in a duffel bag and leaving with Dean. Like, I'm not just gonna hang around and like go through the memories of my room and just kind of like chill. No, we don't have time for that. You need to get out. I was so frustrated at that part, and then what happens? She gets kidnapped. The Wraith was just creepy in general. That scene where like Patience was tied up and he was like stroking her with his weird little thing. Oh my god, I was like, please, somebody needs to shoot his head off because he's creepy and I don't like it. And then Patience is a total badass. Like, yes, I think she like spits at him or something like that, and I was like, yes, you go, girl. Patience has a freaking vision, and like I knew it was a vision, but I also got really scared because, like, you know, everybody breaks in and she sees them one by one die, and it was terrifying. Like, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but like I was also really scared that it did, and so I was terrified. I hate when shows do that. It ends up working out because then she can tell everyone what is happening so they don't die, which is very helpful. And that fight that they all had with the Wraith was really badass, especially with Dean. That was just a really cool fight scene, and I was really happy with it. Dean starts explaining the hunting life to Patience because Jody is like, give me a call if you need anything, and so Dean comes over and is like, don't, stay out of the life, it just takes everything from you, and he goes on this whole thing. I wasn't mad at him for that because I know that he's so upset and he doesn't want anyone else to feel the way that he's feeling right now, so he thinks he's helping her and he's just trying to get out his thoughts and feelings, but like it was just heartbreaking hearing him talk about the life like that. Then Jody has a talk with Patience that's like, yeah, you can't get out of this life. This is your life, and you can either embrace it and help us out or you can run from it, and like nobody's gonna judge you, but I'm here if you need me. And I was just like, Jody, you're such a mom and I love you so much. We get back to the bunker, and I can't remember if Sam reads about it or Dean tells him that Missouri died, but Sam doesn't seem to have that much of a reaction. It was just kind of frustrating for me because I was like, Sam, like, you're supposed to care. Like, this is a big deal that somebody else in your life just died. Dean is like slowly dying on the inside, and he just kind of seemed like, oh, Missouri's dead. Okay, and like moves on. This scene that came up, it was just the Dean and Sam fight where Dean goes on this whole thing about how like it's Jack's fault that Cass is dead, and like if you can forget about Cass being dead, that's awesome, but I can't. And just the raw emotion in his face and in his voice. Oh my god, my heart. Like, I was literally just sitting there with tears streaming down my face. Even if we're all mad at him for the things that he's been doing, you can't tell me you weren't upset with just how upset he was. It was heartbreaking. I need Cass to be back and for them to reunite so Dean is happy again. So the final awaited scene that has been awaited for a long time now, Cass is back. He wakes up in the empty. Everybody said he was going to the empty. Here we are. Oh, the things that will be in store. I was so excited that he came back though. I was so happy. I just wrote like Cass in giant letters across my paper. I'm just so ready for him to be back, and I can't wait to see what his storyline has going, because I know he doesn't reunite with the Winchesters until episode 6. So like, what's he gonna do between now and then? And it looks like from the promo we're gonna get a lot more of like empty cast, which is good, and Jack goes hunting with the boys, so that's very, very exciting. I absolutely cannot wait for next week. I can't wait to see more of Misha and Cass, because like I've missed them so much, even though it's only been like 3 episodes. So those were my thoughts on the episode. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode down below. There were definitely a lot of feels this episode. What'd you guys think of Patience? How excited are you for Wayward Daughters? Let me know all your thoughts down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my previous episode talks if you're interested in any other shows. I also do episode talks, Riverdale, Stranger Things, Shadowhunters, and Teen Wolf, and of course I put content out for books, so make sure to subscribe if you're interested in any of those things. That's it for this video, guys. I try to upload a video every week. If you like my videos, then subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!